Today, we're diving into something truly astonishing. Believe it or not, right now, as you listen, you are carrying, well, basically a 3-inch nail inside you, made of iron.
Yeah, it sounds wild, doesn't it? But it's true. If you took all the iron in your body, you could literally forge a physical 3-inch common nail. Maybe a bit thicker if you're male, a bit less if female.
Wow, okay. And you were saying this iron, it's ancient.
Incredibly ancient. Forged in the heart of a dying star billions of years ago. It's basically stardust, passed down to you through, the food you eat, an heirloom.
That's amazing. So our mission today is to unpack this internal nail. What does it actually do? How is this piece of metal so fundamental to, well, everything, being alive?
Exactly. Let's break it down using that nail metaphor. Think about the point of the nail first. This is your dynamic high-energy iron. About 4% maybe?
Okay, 4%. What's it doing?
It's mostly in your muscles. It's something called myoglobin. It acts like a little oxygen tank right there in the muscle cell.
Ah, so for like bursts of activity when you need oxygen fast.
Precisely, for intense effort. And then there's an even tinier bit, maybe 1 or 2%, that acts like the spark plugs in your cells inside the mitochondria.
The powerhouses.
Right. These are cytochromes, and they're absolutely vital for making ATP. That's your body's universal energy currency.
So every thought, every heartbeat, that tiny bit of iron is sparking it.
Pretty much. Every twitch, every nerve firing, powered by iron at the very point in that nail.
Incredible. Okay, so that's the point. What about the main part? The long bit, the shank.
Ah, yes. The shank of the nail. That's where most of your iron is. We're talking 65 to 70%.
Wow, that's a huge chunk.
It is. And it's overwhelmingly in your hemoglobin, in your red blood cells. This is the core of your oxygen delivery system. It grabs oxygen in the lung.
And carries it everywhere else.
Exactly. Drops it off where tissues need it. And this is why your blood is red.
Right. I was going to ask.
It's the color of that iron when it's bound to oxygen. It's literally like rust. A constant visual reminder of this life-giving metal.
So point for energy, shank for transport. What about the head of the nail? The command center.
Good way to put it. A small amount of iron, but incredibly powerful, especially in the brain. It's essential for making neurotransmitters. Things like dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine.
So mood, motivation, focus, all that stuff.
All influenced by iron. It's also vital for building myelin.
That's the insulation around nerves, right? For fast signals.
Exactly. So you can see why if you're low on iron, you might get that cognitive fog, feel irritable, even depressed. The command center isn't working optimally.
Makes sense. So if it's so important, how do we actually get it? Our bodies don't make iron, do they?
Nope, not a single atom. You have to mine it entirely from your diet, every bit.
Okay, so what are the best sources?
Well, there are basically 2 types. Heme iron, that's the stuff in animal foods, meat, poultry, fish. Think of it like finding a rich vein of ore. It's really easily absorbed.
And the other type?
That's non-heme iron.
Yeah.
Found in plants, legumes, grains, leafy greens like spinach. This is more like panning for gold dust. It's much harder for your body to grab onto, and other things in plants can block it.
Steak versus spinach for iron. Steak wins for absorption.
Generally, yes. Significantly more bioavailable. But your body is smart. It regulates this.
How does it do that and avoid taking in too much?
It has a master controller, a hormone made in your liver called hepcidin. Think of hepcidin as the master blacksmith, or maybe the gatekeeper at the mine entrance.
Okay.
It constantly checks how much iron you have stored. If your stores are full, hepcidin levels go up. And it basically slams the gate shut in your gut, blocking more iron from coming in.
And if stores are low?
Hepcidin levels drop right down, the gates swing open, and your gut absorbs as much iron as it possibly can. It's incredibly precise.
Why the need for such tight control? Is too much iron bad?
Oh, definitely. Free, unbound iron is actually really toxic. It's a menace. It generates these damaging things called free radicals, causes oxidative stress, basically internal rust in your cells.
Rust proofing, how does the body handle that? Keep the iron safe once it's inside.
Brilliant system. It uses a special protein called transferrin, like a protective sheath, to carry iron safely through the blood. And then for storage, it uses another protein called ferritin. Think of it like a secure toolbox.
Ferritin. I've heard of that from blood tests.
Exactly. Ferritin levels are a key indicator of your body's iron reserves, how much you have locked away safely in that toolbox.
So what happens when this whole system, when the forge fails, the nail breaks?
Well, the brittle nail, that's iron deficiency. It's actually the most common nutritional disorder in the world. And the symptoms link right back to the nail's functions. Fatigue, That deep exhaustion is the biggest one.
Because of the energy and oxygen transport issues.
Precisely. Also breathlessness, maybe a pounding heart, looking pale because you lack that red hemoglobin glow, that brain fog we mentioned, even weird cravings like wanting to chew ice or dirt that's called pica, or nails becoming spoon-shaped.
Wow. And the opposite, the corroding nail, too much iron.
That's iron overload. Often it's genetic, a condition called hereditary hemochromatosis. Here, the hepcidin system basically breaks. The gates are stuck open, and you absorb way too much iron day after day.
And that causes the internal rust.
Exactly. That toxic unbound iron builds up slowly, destructively. It can damage the liver, leading to cirrhosis or cancer, risk the rusted liver. It can damage the heart, causing heart failure. The pancreas, leading to bronze diabetes because iron affects insulin and skin color. Joints start aching.
That sounds really serious. How is it treated?
You know, it's kind of amazing. In our high-tech medical world, the main treatment is, well, pretty ancient. It's phlebotomy, regularly drawing blood.
Just bloodletting.
Essentially, yes. You're physically removing the excess iron packed into those red blood cells. It's surprisingly effective.
So this 3-inch nail we carry, it really is a powerful symbol.
Absolutely. The point for action and energy, the shank for endurance and life transport, the head for thought and feeling.
And it connects us, doesn't it? To the stars where it began, the earth we get it from.
And very, very intimately to our own health and vitality every single day.
It's quite something. You are, right now, this walking miracle of biological engineering.
Yeah.
Able to safely wield the power of metal inside your delicate cells. Maybe cherish that internal nail. Understanding it really is understanding a fundamental secret of being alive.